place.com. It's Friday, August 12th, 2022. Got NFL preseason action, Major League Baseball action. Got a full card. Boy, I was looking at tomorrow, 30 videos or something.
I'm looking at it right now and counting it.
It's a full schedule.
Yeah.
Even did a NFL parlay video. It's definitely preseason for me too. But how about those Baltimore Ravens? One more time. It's like, how about like the non-believers in the Ravens? Like the people that just keep betting against them. It's like, it's too obvious. It's too easy. It's too easy. I don't want to win like that.
It's like betting against Justin Verlander with the Oakland A's, or just trying to be the person that's on the right, the other side the one time that they're right.
Yeah. Anyways, got, like I said, tons of games today. What do we have? 6 NFL games today?
I think 4 or 5.
No, I think there's 6.
Is there?
I don't know. Take a look. I definitely did at least 3 videos for today.
I did. Yeah, 5 today.
So, anyways, got that and 14 Major League Baseball games. I guess the Reds and the Cubs aren't playing today.
No, they're going back to Cincinnati.
Oh, because traveling from Iowa to Cincinnati is much further than traveling from like Los Angeles to Miami, and teams play the next day in games like that, right? I don't know, man. Just doesn't make much sense, does it?
Not getting any sympathy from you, huh?
No, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense at all. But got good amount of action. And what would you think of the other game, the Patriots and the Giants?
You know what? I thought it was interesting that Matt Patricia and Joe Judge were splitting play calling duties, but I was going into the season thinking that, as soon as I saw Bailey Zapp on the roster, I was hoping that was at least going to be the backup for Mac Jones, because I like what Zapp can do. I've never been a Brian Hoyer fan in the 4 times he's been with New England, but, it'd be interesting to see what Bill Belichick does going forward in terms of play calling, and the backups for the Giants last night actually looked capable. They showed some fight and ended up getting the win on that late field goal. So, good on them, but now we'll have to see if it translates to the regular season.
I mean, Matt Patricia and Joe Judge both had their chances, to be head coaches, and both were absolutely hideous. I mean, hideous of hideous. I don't know. I think the Patriots are going nowhere this season fast. I thought Tyrod Taylor looked really good for the Giants. I think we'll probably see plenty of him this season. I don't know. Outside of that, a lot of guys that I'm not sure who the hell they even are.
It's still week 1 preseason.
Yep, and I think we're going to see more of that tonight as we get into these games. Got the... So just a heads up for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're heading back to the old style of the way we've done the morning shows on the weekends in the past, where it's just we just have one guest at a time instead of doing the full round table, because I think that it just makes it easier for people to not have to commit the entire day, to being there, and I think there's long pauses and stuff which make it a little difficult for me. So, anyways, we'll get to the first couple games here. We got the Lions and the Falcons, and the Jags and the Browns. Deshaun Watson in action, Chris.
Yeah, and the Browns said he is going to see a little bit of playing time today, despite all this hubbub that's going around off the field. but I still like the under 36.5 in that game more than anything, mainly because I think you're only going to see Watson for one or two series. And after that, the backup play for the Browns not inspiring. We already saw the Jacksonville Jaguars and, what their backups will do. I know Doug Peterson sort of tried to rally the troops and get a late score against the Raiders in that Hall of Fame game. They still only put up 11 points in that game, and just across the board, I think it's a lot of disappointing depth for these two. So I like the under 36.5 there. And I lean towards the Lions on the money line here. The Atlanta Falcons have some interesting pieces. They got Desmond Ridder, who could end up starting for the Falcons at some point this season. But I just think, the Lions are kind of feeling themselves right now. You watch some of those episodes of Hard Knocks, and you're seeing what this team does behind the scenes. I think that there is a lot to like about this Lions team this season, especially Aiden Hutchinson. So give me the Lions on the money line here.
Yeah, it's for me. I just think that I like the over in the Jaguars against the Browns. I just think Deshaun Watson has a lot to prove, and I think there's some other guys in the Browns that are competing for playing time. And I just think they have a lot there, and I think the Jaguars realize that maybe a couple fumbles, a couple other bad plays, and they could have probably had a different result last week. And my guess is they're going to be a little bit tighter. I don't mean like tighter, like tight as a vice type tight. I mean like tighter as far as execution goes this week offensively, and I expect them to convert on more scoring chances. So I like the over in that one, but it's preseason. Who the hell knows? We go to our next slot of games, and this one, three beauties. We got the Eagles against the Jets. We've got the Bengals against the Cardinals, and we've got the 49ers against the Packers. Chris, anything in these three? Just can't wait to see them games.
The only thing I liked here was the Philadelphia Eagles. I know, once you pull Jalen Hurts out of the game, there is a little bit of a drop off, but there's no more, massive drop off for me than taking Zach Wilson out and putting in Joe Flacco or Mike White as your starting quarterback. The Eagles still have Gardner Minshew, who has been a capable. He's proven he can win football games, and even in the preseason, I think he's just, the better option, of the backups. You still got guys. You look at the depth for the Eagles at receiver. They've still got guys like Jalen Reagor, Zach Pascal. I think these are guys that are going to be able to help score on the Jets here. I want no part of the Jets preseason, regular season. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles in this one.
For me, I like the 49ers here against the Packers. I think, Aaron Rodgers has made it clear that, this is just not important for him. And, he doesn't even want to be part of it. I think that I also like the Bengals here against the Cardinals. I think that, that this is the first time the Bengals have been back in Cincinnati since that, Super Bowl, which really, came down to a judgment call, which, I thought it was a bad call. It was inconsistent with the rest of the game, and of course, when they won the AFC Championship, that was not at home either. So, it's been a while since the Bengals have been home, and I expect the crowd to at least kind of be excited about it, at least for the first 5 minutes. So I think that excitement probably does it, and I'm not sold on the Cardinals this year. That's for sure. Well, what do you got for premium picks today?
For me, I've got my $15 pick-off play, looking to bounce back today. And I still also got that $15 play as part of my Fastball Friday 3-pack for $40 at Pick Dogs Premium. But use that promo code OG15 and get 15% off your purchase at Pick Dogs.
I absolutely love today's baseball card. I've got my $15 big play, and I've got a 5-pack for $49 on top of that. I love this card. So I've had a rough go of it, but the last week I've actually kind of put some things together. Didn't win yesterday. I lost 4-3 at the Orioles, but overall it's been my first reasonable week in a while, and I can feel I'm putting it back together with baseball. And I think with football, I've been treading lightly. There's a few games that I really like, but it's week 1 of the preseason, so it makes it a little tough. I would say of the of those the 49ers is probably the one that I like the best of all of them. Anyways, we go to Major League Baseball action for today. And 14 game card. We got the Marlins taking on the Braves. Paulo Lopez on the mound. Got Corey Abbott and Mike Clevenger in the Washington-San Diego game. And then Jose Barrios at minus 162 against the Guardians, who are 7-3 in their last 10 games, if you can make any sense of that.
Yeah, I know. And all of a sudden in first place in the AL Central, I think, as well. But I like the under 7 in that Braves Marlins game. The Marlins, for me, still can't, put any consistent offense together to speak of. And the thing is, though, I do like Pablo Lopez matching up against this Braves lineup. The Braves can hit, but they also swing and miss a lot, and Lopez has some good stuff. It's just a matter of executing. I know he's been bat around a little bit in his last couple of starts, but I think this is just a low-scoring game. I don't think the Marlins are going to do nearly enough to help us push this one over the total. So give me the under 7 in that one. And I like the Toronto Blue Jays here. Jose Barrios, that start getting postponed on Wednesday might have been the best thing to happen for Toronto with Barrios on the hill, because he's a completely different pitcher at home. They've won 13 straight starts by Barrios. He's got an ERA under 3 at home compared to his 7.5 ERA on the road. And I just think this is a spot where the Toronto Blue Jays, who play far better at home, get another win. So give me the Toronto Blue Jays.
For me, all the value here is on the Nationals. I know it's like a nearly impossible situation, and tomorrow's even worse, but I think all you got to do is win one game of this series, so you just take a shot with $100 on them 3 times, and if you hit one of the 3, you're in plus money. If you hit 2 of the 3, it's Yahtzee, so it's like, and we're talking about the San Diego Padres here. We're not talking about a good team. We're talking about a joke team, right? So why not? So I would say all the value here is on the Nationals. Pablo Lopez not tipping his pitches last time's out, but the Marlins, as far as stringing wins together, not something they've been doing plenty of. And Jose Barrios at minus 160, maybe with somebody else's money, I still wouldn't do it. It's like, I love it with your money, but with my money, it's an insult. It's like, I don't know. It just, to me, this is just craziness. We're at that time of the season, where we're going to see bad odds and bad games, and good odds and good games. We go to our next set of games. We got the Mets and the Phillies, got the White Sox and the Tigers, and the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Yeah, the only one I'm digging here right now is the under 7 between the Phillies and the Mets. Ranger Suarez, he's had his issues, but he does pitch a lot better on the road. 6-1 with a sub-3 ERA, and Max Scherzer a sub-2 ERA on the season. And if you wanted to go first 5, you could do that as well, but I think this one stays under the number full game. I think we've got a pitcher's duel brewing here. 3-2, whichever way you have it going. So give me the under 7 Phillies Mets.
Yeah, I like the Mets here. Seems almost too easy, so I'm going to tread a little lightly on that one. I think the White Sox, just have been playing terrible, so it's just tough to buy into them. And of course, the Red Sox, Yankees. The Red Sox are just not a good team, and you just can't expect much from them. I know the Yankees have not been playing well. 2-8 in their last 10 for the Yankees now, 71-41. They've been playing terrible. They're 30 games over 500. There was no way they could maintain the pace, that they were at. So it's like, regression to the mean is all that's going on there. And it's like, the run that they had just lends itself to these big things. They're not going to win 120 games. It's not going to happen. And that was the pace that they were on. Now it would take, they'd have to win. Now they're more in line if they'd have to win 50 in a row, to win 120, after going 2-8. So I don't think it's going to happen. Or 49, they'd have to win 49 in a row. 49-1, they'd have to finish to win 120. I like the won't go.
Under 48.5 wins in their next 50.
Let's see what we got. Let's finish this. Got the Rays, Orioles, Rangers, Mariners, and Royals, Dodgers.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Seattle Mariners here with our amigo Jorge Kirby here. I just think that Mariners are the better team here. The Texas Rangers just keep finding ways to lose baseball games. The Mariners also, 11-2 against the Rangers this season. They've had their number, and this looks like a bullpen game for the Rangers. I think the Mariners come into this one with a vengeance and get a victory for George Kirby here at a decent price, all things considered. So give me the Mariners. Also going to take the Baltimore Orioles. I think that, yesterday was a bit of an aberration. I think Austin Voth, I at least have bashed him in the past when he's with the Nationals. He's starting to really strengthen a spot in this Orioles rotation, even though he's been a 5-inning guy at best for a lot of the season. I think he can keep the Orioles in this game. I don't know. I can't get a read on this Rays team, and I think that the Baltimore Orioles just playing some fantastic ball over the last month. Get the win here at some nice plus money. So give me the Baltimore Orioles in that one.
Yeah, I like the Orioles as well. They lost last night in the game. They were down 3-0, came back, tied it at 3. They had a chance to take the lead right then and there. Then I hate is when there's 2 outs, they change the pitcher, and the next pitcher comes in the first pitch, he gives up the go-ahead run, and that's exactly what the Orioles did. We haven't seen a lot from them this season. We just haven't, and but we haven't seen it in bunches. It'll be interesting to see if how they bounce back from that. And of course, this one, this is a big one. This is big because these are 2 teams competing in the American League where, every game is going to count in this wild card race. And, as we look at the wild card race in the American League, the Rays are on the inside looking out and the Orioles on the outside looking in. See exactly how many games it is so I don't misspeak. So the Orioles are 1 game out from the Mariners, but it's what it is. It's 2 games in the win column. They're tied in the loss column, and they're 2 games back in the loss column from the Rays, but 1.5 back in the standings. So that means that they have just 1 in the win and 2 in the loss behind the Rays. The Rays have 3 games more that they've played than the Orioles, and then the Blue Jays 2 games ahead of the 3 games ahead of the Orioles. So nothing is decided. Then you go back to the White Sox and the Red Sox, with the big series here against Boston can claw their way back in, or against the Yankees could possibly claw their way back into it. So, anyways, I don't know. I think the Orioles stick it together here. Grab the win. I don't love the way Kluber's pitched. Josh Sabors, what do you know about this guy? Not the much.
And journeyman reliever. There's not much else of a book on him.
He's been decent though in his last several appearances.
Yeah, hasn't given up an earned run in it's like 5 in a row
against Jorge Kirby. It is 12 de August. Got the Astros and the A's, the Cardinals and the Brew Crew, and the Rockies and the Diamondbacks.
I'm gonna wear my honorary sombrero for Jorge Kirby, but I like the over 8.5 in that A's Astros game. And the Astros just again in that no fly zone for me for the price, even on the run line. And Oakland, has already shown that they can beat the Astros. I don't know if they'll do it here with Adam Oller on the mound, and Oller's been just dreadful for much of this season. I think the Astros tee off on him today, but Luis Garcia has been getting hit in his last few starts as well. I think it's a game that finishes closer to 9, maybe 10 runs. So give me the over in that Astros A's game, and I like the under 8.5. Under 8.5, under 12 in the Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies game. I so a lot of times just like going against the over just because the game's at Coors Field. The Rockies are one of the most profitable under teams last season. They've been playing pretty well to the under this season at home. And Antonio Senzatella does pitch far better at home for the Rockies. The ERA just over 4 compared to his ERA up over 6 on the road this season. And Zach Davies just threw 5 shutout innings against the Rockies in his last start. I think this is one that stays in single digits. Maybe gets to 10 runs, but I don't see it getting to 12. So give me the under between the Rockies and D-backs.
I like the D-backs in this spot. Stringing together wins is not something the Rockies have done. 7 in a row following a win. They have been on the wrong side of it. I don't know. The Cardinals kind of putting the hammer down here, but it's really only a half a game lead. It's one win, one in the win column is all that they're ahead of the Brewers at this point. And, of course, we got the big one tomorrow in that series with Wainwright going against Corbin Burns. And there's some big ones tomorrow, and that one takes a backseat to none of them. And then, for the Astros, this is Luis Garcia's last start, of the season. I tend to believe that it might be. They have Lance McCullers Jr., who they've been so good we haven't even talked about that this guy's been out the whole season, That's how good the Astros have been. It's like, right? No, the way Javier has stepped up and the way that Framber has stepped up, it's like we haven't even talked about McCullers Jr. It's like wait, he's still on the varsity, so he comes back tomorrow. It's like, man.
Not gonna lie, when you were saying that and you're like Luis Garcia's last start in the rotation, I almost said, well, who's gonna step up and take his spot? And I completely forgot about McCullers Jr.
Yeah, it's like we totally forgot about this guy. Former first-round draft choice, 15th pick overall. Certainly has delivered over the years. I mean, certainly it's a nice thing to have when your team has played this well, without him. Because now Framber Valdez and Javier, and now you add McCullers Jr. with Verlander. It's rounding into form, And now you say, wow, the Astros didn't acquire a big pitcher at the break. Well, maybe they didn't need to. So, I don't know. I think they beat the crap out of the A's with Adam Oller. Minus 335. Just, if you guys want to get a premium pick on that, you go get Ben Burns' pick. I'm sure I'll sell you that. Minus 335 for $50 or whatever. He sells it non-guaranteed for $50. Something like that. I think we both passed on the Dodgers game. I just don't see anything there. I don't think we didn't talk about the Dodgers. You have anything to say about the Dodgers? Gonzalez and Daniel Lynch?
Yeah, I mean, I still like the Dodgers run line in that game. They've just been on a tear. I think they've outscored opponents 63-22 in August, and I think Gonzalez, even if he pitches half decent, I think it's going to be more than enough. I don't think Daniel Lynch stops the Dodgers here.
Yep. Anyways, got the Giants and the Pirates and the Angels and the Twins.
Yeah, I like the under in the first 5 between the Pirates and Giants. Carlos Rodon, his last couple starts has really come on strong. I think he's gone 15 innings, allowing just 1 run. Either way, he's had a couple dominant outings last time out since that sort of blow up in the dugout. But Bryce Wilson hasn't actually pitched all that bad for the Pirates. The reason I'm going first 5 though is because these have been 2 of the worst bullpens in the majors over the last month, and take the full game under. I think you're gonna be sitting on the edge of your seat once the bullpens get involved here. But I think first five eliminates a lot of that headache, and I think we get the under in the first five in this one.
Anyways, I like the Giants here. Bryce Wilson's been terrible, and Patrick Sandoval. The Angels 6-4 in their last 10, and the Twins. It's a deceptive 4-6. I think sometimes when you see teams and you see the record, they've lost 3 in a row, but it was against the Dodgers. So it's like, or they lost 2 in a row against Dodgers, and then they played 4 against the Blue Jays, which they split. So, the Twins have had a really tough schedule recently. It was Padres, Tigers, then Blue Jays, Dodgers. So, you look at the Angels' schedule, Oakland twice, and then Seattle sandwiched in between, who they split with. But, all those wins that you see them have against Oakland, 5-4, they beat Sears, Caprillion, Cole Irvin. So I'm less than sold on the Angels here. Anyways. What do you got for parlay?
All right, parlay today, I'll go with the Seattle Mariners on the money line, the under 12 between the Diamondbacks and Rockies, and the Philadelphia Eagles on the money line.
I'm going to take the Dodgers, the Nationals, and the Dodgers, Nationals, and the 49ers. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you.